program for all the young people. Can I get a good wife, or what should I consider when I'm choosing my partner, a good wife or a good husband? I want to begin with the first S, and it is serious husband. May the Lord bless you. What a blessing to meet with you again in this forum of dynamic youth lifestyle. When I'm talking to the senior youth concerning their preparation to marriage, because it is always good to get wisdom on something that you've never been into, or something you don't want to retreat or not manage well. I tend to think everybody who gets into marriage, divorce or breakups, is not anybody's prayer. And so I think it is always good to take time and talk to all brothers and sisters who are aspiring, or they feel time has come, just to give them some nuggets of wisdom on things they should consider, so that they may not make mistakes which have been common to many. And as I've been saying, there is no perfect person, but you can grow, you can learn, you can advance in life, and you become somebody who is, as I said before, favorable or attractive for this lifestyle of marriage. And so it will not be a nice thing if you never began before to prepare yourself and to acquaint yourself and to practice good lifestyle. And that is why we are calling it dynamic youth lifestyle. We want youths who are so much favorable, so much attractive, so much able, not youths whom we are afraid of. And I began by talking about seriousness. I also talked about other S's, and today we want to talk about being systematic, or a young person who is systematic. It is very tricky to get married to somebody who is not systematic. When I'm talking about systems, I'm talking about somebody who is organized or consistent in life. You know, there are people whom you don't know where they began and where they are going to. Today they tell you I'm in Mombasa, tomorrow they tell you I'm in Garissa, today they tell you I'm doing this business, tomorrow they are doing this course, today they are with this friend, the other time they are with the other friend. One day I was looking for somebody to hire somewhere, and there came a man who really needed the job. And when he arrived, I took time with him and I asked him about his previous job. And he told me, "You didn't hear, I have been in many places. I've been working for so-and-so, the other person." He talked of people I knew. And I asked him, "How long have you been with so-and-so and with so-and-so?" And then he told me, "Oh, not long time. I've been there for 6 months, the other place for 3 months, the other place for 1 month, the other place for 1 year." And I was like, so how long do you want to spend with me? Because if you've been with other people for 6 months, 2 months, 1 month, it seems you're going to be with me even weeks or maybe a few days, because you are not consistent in life. Consistency is the ability to maintain a particular standard. It is the ability to maintain a particular standard. A person who doesn't have standards, doesn't have things he can't take, doesn't have the ability to select issues and places and people, this person is tricky to get into a serious relationship with. And so I want you to know that if somebody is consistent or is systematic, he is a person you can predict his future. You can tell this person is going to succeed. This person is going to be well. Even if he is at the base of his life, he's at the foundation. Even if he's in high school, even if he is in university, even if he's just gotten to his first job, you can tell, because this person has been consistent and is organized. You can predict tomorrow he will be where. But somebody whom you cannot predict, I don't advise you to be in a serious relationship with. And probably I'm talking to you and you are very unpredicted person, I want to tell you, you can change your lifestyle and start being organized. People are observing you. You see, I see people putting on a lot of makeups and trying to mimic other people, trying to copy other styles. We may not be looking for that. Young men may not be looking for that. Young women may not be looking for that. People are looking for your lifestyle, your package, who you are. And one thing that can package you is when you are systematic in life. Let me just mention a few things about somebody who is systematic. Somebody who is systematic, number one, his moves are calculated. His moves are calculated. He considers many things before he makes a move. He would not love to retreat when he moves. So he better sits down, prepares himself, and then gets to something. He is always calculating. He's weighing, advantages and the disadvantages of any move that he is making. So it is somebody who will ask questions, who will tell you, give me some time. It is somebody who will tell you, let me pray about this. You share with him about business idea. He tells you, let's check on it again, because he doesn't want to begin and then tomorrow he's like, oops, I thought I was doing the right. He doesn't want to cry. He doesn't want to regret. He doesn't want to hate you. That is why when he gets into a relationship, sometimes he will tell you, let me think about it. Let me go and ponder about it. He's not always carried away like flag, as we usually say, kama bendera. He's somebody who is very steady in his decisions. And so the other thing I noticed about people who are systematic, they seek counsel. They seek counsel. Let me tell you, young men, even when you see young ladies telling you, let me go and pray, sometimes they don't pray. They just want to go and meet with somebody who is a little bit maturer or people they respect and ask them, what do you think about this? Some even go to an extent, or those who trust their parents, they go to an extent of sharing these things with their parent and telling them, I'm talking to so-and-so, he's interested with me. What do you think about them? There's no harm on this, especially when you are talking to people who are not mischievous. You will get wisdom. So they seek counsel. They appreciate the people who went ahead of them. They don't feel like they want to surprise their seniors. I always talk to many friends and I tell them, some of us, we've been married for over 20 years and you want to surprise us with a husband to be, or a wife to be, or a fiancé, as you would call him or her, as in, you want to surprise me. I will not be surprised. You are the one to be surprised. You've never been with such, unless you have not been living a straight life. But I believe I'm talking to somebody who is seriously concerned about his future, and you want to get into a serious thing. You need to appreciate people who went ahead of you. They made mistakes. They wouldn't like you to make the same mistakes. Some of the parents are even single parents. Don't despise them. They would tell you what they did to be the way they are. They will tell you, I made this mistake. I listened to an interview of one of the ladies talking who is a single parent, and she was saying, I am a single parent. My marriage did not work, but I believe marriage works. And she said, my parents' marriage worked, my brother's has worked. It doesn't mean when mine didn't work, other people will not work. And I was excited to see her giving out her children into marriage, and she's excited of the in-laws and the little children that are coming up. She is bringing them in God fear, and she's trying to give them the pitfalls where she went wrong. So I'm telling you, the people went ahead of you. They might not be in any way wishing you bad. And so consistent people, systematic people will always consult such people, because their movement is always calculated. And for that matter, it takes me to the third point that I say, somebody who is systematic is patient. Yeye hafanyi mambo kwa wasiwasi na mbio. He is always patient. He is enduring. Yeah, if If today is in a certain lifestyle, it takes time there without worry. He knows things will become better. He doesn't have a problem with the way things are at the moment and how long it is taking. He's patient. I don't mean it is good to be okay with bad circumstances. But even if you are a graduate and you've not yet gotten a job, don't be all over. It is good to be your moves to be calculated. Otherwise, I've seen people who, because of excitement and worry, they are conned because they just cleared university and they want to go abroad. So they go to this organization, or they get into a relationship with somebody who is about to help them. Others, they get into a relationship so that they can come out of their family status. If their family is poor, they don't want that atmosphere. Somebody who is systematic knows things will change and that things will not take time. And so you've got to be systematic, and you will enjoy life if you get into a good relationship. And so something else that I can talk about somebody who is systematic is he's humble, or she is humble. She's humble, or he's humble. This person will always be calm, is not full of worry on the face and the anxiety. No, it's just a humble person. So when you are looking for somebody to marry, it is always good to check the level of humility. They don't pretend. They will have no problem in giving you their identity. I was watching a program of some ladies who were somewhere, and a young man came in for them to discuss about the young man. And the young man said he's a boda young man. He rides motorbikes, and that is his kind of job he does. He earns little. But when they were the hosts of the program, when they were interviewing him, this man has great potential. He's super great, but at the moment he's there. But he looked so happy, smiling. He entered dancing, because things will change. Some of us started not even below, but beneath. I mean, so far. And we've seen God raise us. I've seen people who are afraid of telling others what they work, what they are doing, where they work, where they live in, and all these things. But when somebody is humble, he's not afraid of that. There are some people whom their parents are doing simple jobs, and they don't want to participate in such. But look at humble people. You will find them working with their fathers, with their mothers, in simple businesses. He might be having a master's degree. He might be having a great experience in life. Might be an engineer, and you will see them working with their parents. I met with a young man recently who owns a very big farm, and I was amused. He's so young. I asked him, young man, how did you acquire all this? And he told me, I got this from my parents. I have been working with them until they allowed me to run the business. And I'm like, what did you do in university? And this job has nothing to what he did in university. He told me I did veterinary. He did something quite different from what he is doing at the moment. But you see, because of his humility, being a graduate with a degree of a certain line of life, he did not find pride in that. He worked in a very dusty place with his parents. Right now, he has inherited expensive machines and a huge business. These are people I followed. I found now he's married to a wonderful wife, and they have a good family, because he is humble, man. Humility is not walking holding your hands. Humility is not speaking in low tones. Humility is, are you able to identify yourself and to say, I live in Eastlands. I come from, this region. I come from arid places. I never went to here and there. I mean, my father is a farmer or something. Are you able? Such a person, if he gets a job below his level, he does it with a lot of passion. He is not like, oh, this is so low. No. He's humble. He does it with passion as if it is the only job. And that is why they will rise from that level to a higher level. Actually, I notice such people will not even fight their bosses who are even not learned like him. He could be more learned than them, but he will always be down there encouraging people who admire him, and the bosses are the ones who will also give them a room to go high. And so this is my prayer for you, that you will desire to lead a systematic life. Don't be everywhere every time. You are a child of God and you deserve the best. I believe soon you are going to give me a call and tell me, Pastor Sam, it has worked. May the Lord bless you so much. This is dynamic youth lifestyle which you can adopt and grow to the glory of God. The Lord bless you. I love you.